righty. Welcome, everyone. We are officially live for tonight's episode of Sex, Love, and Marriage. I am going to give everyone just a little bit of time to get their notifications to let you know that, hey, we are here and we are live. Make sure you join us every single Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, Instagram. Hey, that's Jamila with the waist beads. Listen, that's here on Instagram. So if you're not on my Instagram, then you don't know who I'm talking about. But love, Mila brand is amazing, beautiful waist beads, and even some of what we talk about with the beautification and all that good stuff ties into that. But if you don't know anything about Miss Love Mila brand, follow her page, learn about those waist beads, and learn the what it means. I'll say that because that's really important. Hello, Miss Ayana Vigo. If I'm saying that wrong, charge it to my head, not to my heart. But between these glasses and this light, I'm trying to see everything. So thank you guys for joining me. Of course, like I said, I was just waiting a little bit of time for people to get their notifications to make sure that they know that we are live. Now, I will say, for whatever reason, when it comes to this YouTube, looks as if the microphone is not working. So I hope that my YouTubers can hear me. If not, y'all gotta let me know so I can fix it next time. But we are here every single Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Sex, Love, and Marriage. What is Sex, Love, and Marriage? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It is a quick 30-minute discussion of all things sex, love, and marriage. So almost everything in life. Where we talk about different topics that impact our lives on an everyday basis that we otherwise would not speak about. My goal is always to get conversations started, which they have done, and I love that. So thank y'all for joining me. So tonight we're talking about a topic that has been just kind of everywhere. It's highs and it lows. It kind of goes and comes. I think people are getting pretty used to it. And it's all about makeup or cosmetics. And so the topic was makeup, enhancement or deception. And one of the reasons that I really wanted to do this room is honestly TikTok. I know, everybody's talking about this TikTok, but TikTok, Instagram, a lot of social media posts and people who I see is one of the big reasons why I wanted to do this topic. Also, because I work with women when it comes to understanding, accepting, and acknowledging their value, their worth, and owning their sexuality. And when I think about makeup, that is a part of it. So I really want to dive in, not too deep because, we'll be here all night, but I really want to dive in on that. And so I'll do a quick intro to who I am. If this is your first time joining me, welcome and thank you. You can always find me on all social media platforms by searching Coach K101. That is COACHKAY 101. I'm everywhere, even Eventbrite. You'll find me, trust me. I always tell everybody every week that if my streaming seems to be struggling on any platform, Instagram is going to be the best one to join me on. That one seems to never let me down. YouTube does pretty good now that I no longer stream on my Facebook page. But I am your favorite life coach and certified clinical sexologist, Coach K, bringing you everyday topics that impact our lives every single day. Most times we ignore it, we sweep it under the rug, and we figure that it will just go away, but they don't. The best way to get through anything that may be on your mind is to speak it out and ensure that you get it off of your chest. So, if you are watching me, you see that I put on this shirt on purpose. So on this shirt, I have some people with some makeup on. There is a person that is on TikTok and she does this transformation video. And I believe possibly it was my thumbnail. And I'm not sure if I used her picture or not. But it is a young lady who she has, a couple blemishes on her face. and she has the dark circles. If anybody, I'm showing you my eyes now. I have my dark circles. They're a part of me. And she has like really, and I don't know if she enhances the yellow on her teeth, but she has a really yellow, like banana yellow teeth. And then she starts out just showing her regular face. To me, outside of a couple of blemishes that she has really beautiful smooth skin to me. And then she does this fade away and come back, and she's this whole different person, like truly different person. Like if you met these two people on different days, you may think that they were possibly different distant cousins, absolutely not the same person. You wouldn't say they may be identical twins. That's the level of makeup that she puts on, and she puts on, I believe, the removable veneers, and so she looks completely different. And then on one of the videos, she even had a friend or relative, I don't know, who did the same thing. They came out with just completely bare face, and then they did the transformation, and they were just completely different people. And so it really made me think, when it comes to makeup, I think people who don't wear makeup struggle with a true love-hate relationship. And I believe that people who do wear makeup struggle with a love-hate relationship. I without going too deep into the history of makeup, it's understanding kind of where makeup comes from and what it was used for and how it's used in different forms will probably be helpful in understanding what it is used for today. So I'll talk to each of these points separately, the enhancement piece versus the deception piece. Now, on one of my thumbnail pictures for sure, there were, and even when I was doing some of the searches for some of my photos, I did see some pictures where there were women who had really deep scarring on their face. And I know that based on the regions that they came from, it is very possible that the scarring came from either a tribal, this is something that is done in their native culture to mark or show their status of who they are, or it was done in an abusive tone. There was some kind of abuse that was happening that caused those deep scarring and marks, whether it be on purpose from the abuser or unintentional. Those folks did transformations and they totally looked different. So for those, I would say I saw more of enhancements versus deception. And I'm not saying that that was their purpose, but someone who, men and women, because I want to be very open about this. It's not just women that go through abuse. Men go through abuse. Men also use makeup as means of enhancing or deceiving people, depending on how they want to use it. But dating back to ancient times, makeup was really used as in Egypt as a safety or a comfort mechanism. It wasn't necessarily looked at as, oh, I need to look good when I go out. It was used for a specific purpose. Over time, Greece adapted to this makeup use, and that's where more of the beautification came into play. Oh, this makes me look a little enhanced. It make me look beautiful. So we're going to use this for that. So then Romans came into play. So we're talking like way back then, because makeup is not new. And I know most of you know this, and if not know this, makeup is not new at all. And when it came to hey, Tipsy Tamar, Mobile Bar, how are you doing this evening? Once the Romans kind of got into play, it was noticed that makeup was used for its fairness to kind of distinguish statuses. And it was created that fairer skin or lighter skin were more prominent than those of a darker tone, meaning that they would find these powders and these makeups to lighten their skin tone, a form of makeup to make themselves look of a higher status, because the women of the prominent families spent most of their time indoors, which means their skin was more pale versus those who had to be outside more, who had to go and work more, who would have been in the sun more, which would have a darker tone to their skin. And so, as makeup evolved and as statuses became more important, then we get into a whole different realm. I don't even know if you all have seen where, George Washington and Frank and all of those presidents who would have powdered faces, they also had powdered wigs, they would have powdered faces because they wanted to have that, make sure they had that fair and lighter skin. That's where the use of powder slash foundation became a part of the makeup ritual. So they, going back just a little bit to in the Egyptian days where they would use the kohl as eyeliner, and they would use it around the eyes because it made them look, in their opinion, more godly. And that's where kings and queens are from. So the more godly you look, the more, prominent, of course, that you are and look. And but the kohl that was also used in eyeliners, it also warded off diseases. So it's almost twofold because there are minerals that are in kohl, right? It's as it evolved and we went away from the safety and comfort piece of it into the, okay, this establishes status. This makes me look of a certain stature. People will look at me differently when I enhance my face. And so the lipstick, the eyeliner, the powdered face, that's what was done. That's the enhancement, those makeup enhancements. If you ever seen somebody who does a natural beat the face, hopefully I don't get banned on one of these daggone channels, because Lord, if you say the wrong word, they be trying to say that you're doing all kinds of, excuse me, makeup face. I'll try to use different words. But when you see someone who has a more natural face where they're just enhancing their own natural beauties. Maybe they do have certain blemishes on their faces. Maybe they do have a scar that they want to cover. Maybe it's because when, in the sunlight, maybe a little bit too much and it makes them frown. And so they have the wrinkles. And so they just put on a light foundation. Maybe they put on a really light lip gloss and possibly some eyeshadow and just enhance their natural look. Someone who has put on makeup and enhanced their look, if you saw them with or without the makeup, it wouldn't be as if you're seeing two different people. It's just some people truly, and if you are a makeup wearer, because I am not, I would absolutely love to hear from you of, you know, do you use makeup as an enhancement to your natural beauty? Because we're all beautiful beings, period. I don't care what you say. Go to the mirror right now and remind yourself we're all beautiful beings. Are you using that makeup as a, natural, an enhancement to your natural beauty, or do you truly use that makeup as a deception mechanism because you want to completely hide who you are? And you don't even like to look at your own face. So just thinking about that enhancement piece, some people like to accentuate certain, features of their body, and I think that is beautiful. If you are someone, and even if you've read, it's a portion in my book. If you go to Amazon, you can get this book. There's a portion in my book where I ask you to list 10 things that you love about yourself. So say one of those things is your eyes. And because you love your eyes and you know that there's a certain shape to your eyes that when you look in the mirror, you just be like, ooh, ooh, if I could take you home, but we already home, which you should. If you look at your eyes and you do that and you just want to take it up just one more notch to the point where you're taking your own clothes off, then go for it. You're just enhancing that natural beauty that you already have because you're very confident in who you are. And let's get it very straight and let's be very clear to all of us non-makeup wearers. Everyone who wears makeup doesn't do it because they don't love who they are or they just want to hide who they are. I know that because I do talk to makeup wearers and I like to ask those questions because I don't want to be ignorant on the topic. I want to be able to ask those questions and understand what is it about makeup? Why do you wear makeup? And you can even, please feel free to drop it in the comments because I like to know. And from what I understand, it's truly, sometimes you just want to dress it up a little bit. You just want to put on even a bold lip color. But I can still recognize exactly who you are just as an enhancement. So let's flip over to the other side. And like I told that story earlier about the young woman who went from one phase, it's almost like if in one picture she was this Blistex right here, and then she would flip the camera, and when she came back, she was this taser right here. So she turned into a whole different person. For that is truly deceptive. That is a deceptive practice. Someone who goes from their natural being selves looking here and they add so much contouring, so much makeup, so much, layers onto themselves that the next time you see them, they look like this. That to me, in my opinion, and I'm only expressing my opinion, is a deceptive practice. Because when I get you home and I start to peel back these layers and we peel back, we peel back, we peel back, and this is what I get, I might be a little pissed. I might be like, wait a minute, well, where's what I took home? So now I have this. What am I going to do with this? Now, is that superficial? Absolutely, it is. Was it superficial when you put the damn makeup on? Absolutely. Touche. We're there together, okay? Now, if I meet you and we're out, and this is who I meet, okay? And then the next time I see you, you just enhanced it. You saw what I did there? Then thank you. Yes, it is. This is an enhancement. This is taking your natural beauty. This is your natural beauty. And I just added a little light enhancement. That is a stark difference from taking this and then showing up as this. These are two completely different things. That is a deceptive practice. And I want us to be understanding that deception is not okay. But I will not sit here and bash, smack the hand up, or down talk anyone of that deceptive measure. So from here on Instagram, from Love Miller Brand says, and it takes some serious reflection to dig deep and find your true motive for wearing makeup. Are you simply enhancing or trying to change yourself to fit society beauty standards? Exactly. And that is my point exactly. Thank you. I love it. I couldn't have said it better. That is exactly where I'm walking into with this deceptive practice. And this is why I always like to ask the question, because I don't want to down talk. I don't want to make someone who feels as though they have to completely hide who they are. I don't want them to feel bad, because trust me, if you're at the point where you're wearing enough makeup where you feel like you have disappeared and that you've shown up as a completely different person, then you may be already in a struggle already. So there's no way that I would want to even magnify that. So I do agree that when you are at the makeup counter and you're buying your makeup, when you get it home, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, I think a really good practice and something that I would tell any of my clients that I work with in the life coaching space, any woman, any man that I'm working with, before you begin to enhance that beautiful face of yours, just look at it in its barest form. Speak to it as you add your makeup. Because if you are walking into this whole transformation of, I hate who I see staring back at me. I wish that this person would disappear. And so I'm going to completely transform myself so that when I look in the mirror, I don't recognize that person. Then that takes something deeper than that makeup. Excuse me. I didn't bring my water with me tonight. Forgive me. So that goes definitely deeper than just, I want to enhance this natural beauty. That's truly taking a step back. And as Love Mila Brand here on Instagram said, reflecting on the true reasons why you're looking to add the makeup to yourself. What is it in me that I want to enhance? And here's another thing. When I say enhance, it may not be any of this physicality of your face. You could put on a nice light coating of enhancement makeup that just makes you sit up a little more. It just brings your shoulders back because it gives you an uplifting feeling about yourself. Not that you hated what it was about you before, but sometimes just putting on a nice light face, even a nice heavy face, one that still is recognizable by you through here, through this heart that you can still recognize. Maybe you just want to look good because a lot of times when you look good, you feel good. And that's just the truth about it. And so, to all of my makeup wearers and all of my non makeup wearers, no matter what the reason is that you do or you do not wear makeup, it is more important that you understand the why. And if when you're thinking about the why, you simply don't know, that's not good enough because I want you to understand the why. I don't wear makeup because number one, it doesn't it just when I put makeup on my face, I don't see me. And if you've ever met me and if anyone knows me, I'm very quirky, just a little bit. But I enjoy what I see when I look at myself. And so when I add things to my face, number one, I touch my face a lot, so I'll end up, smearing it all off. I'm no good. What you see when it comes to this bliss tech, this is it. This is my enhancement right here. And it actually does enhancement. It enhances my lips because it keeps them nice and moist. So this is my enhancement. I use my makeup slash cosmetic for an enhancement because I want my lips to be moisturized and not dry looking when, when y'all see me and I be looking crazy. So I know why I do and I don't wear makeup and the type that so I'm very confident in that aspect. Have I ever thought about putting on makeup? I think for probably 30 seconds because I love the color. I love colors. Like I love it. My favorite color is red, red glasses. My scarf over there is red. I love red. My marital colors is red, black and white. I love red. I would love to throw on a red lipstick, but I'm going to look at myself and be like, who is that? And so I won't do it. And so if you are a makeup wearer and you know exactly why you're putting that makeup on, it's because you know what, I have this big meeting in the morning and I'm going to put on my red lip, which is a bold powerful statement before you even open your mouth. As soon as you walk in the room, they're going to see you. You're going to be up and you're going to be like, yes, I am here. And as you speak, you pronunciate your words a whole lot more. If that's what it does, it enhances who you naturally are, then go for it. But if you are putting that makeup on to mask and deceive others of who you actually are, I ask you, I beg you, and I encourage you to seek guidance and support to dig deeper. Pull that natural beauty of self, nothing to do with this. Pull that natural beauty of self out and up. Speak to her or him. Speak to that person that looks back at you and ask them, what is it that I am looking to get rid of? Who is it that I am no longer happy with, that I need to mask? Speak to yourself as you do your makeup. Allow your makeup to speak to you. And listen, I promise you, I will promise you, and I don't make a lot of promises. When you begin to do that, when you finish your makeup ritual, it will look different. When you can speak to yourself as you are putting that makeup on, it will look different. You will feel different. Ensure that what you're doing is not to live up to what you've seen, what you have heard. Do it to live up to what you want, to who you are, what you believe. So we want to be extremely careful when it comes to makeup, because I never want it to be used in deceptive practices versus just enhancing the already amazing person that you are, men and women. If you are wanting to be someone else, makeup will not be that transformation that you're looking for. There's a deeper dive and bigger conversation that needs to happen outside of which foundation should you choose. For everyone that is listening and everyone that is going to catch the replay, I really want you to practice this. I do talk to myself sometimes when I put on my Blistex. Trust me, I don't tell y'all to do nothing that I wouldn't do myself. Speak to that makeup and allow that makeup to speak back to you. Wear it as a part of you, not for you. It is not you. You are you. Enhance it. Continue to be amazingly beautiful. So we are coming up on 28 minutes after the hour. Y'all know I don't like to keep y'all here all night. We only do this for 30 minutes. And it's dry up in here, so it's choking me. So absolutely, if you are catching the replay, #replay and share your thoughts with me. I love to always hear you guys, because I'm not here to be right. I am just here to be heard and get the conversation started. And if you are someone that is in a relationship and maybe you have noticed that this is something that's happening, hey, my partner is not enhancing themselves. They're truly trying to hide themselves, or I notice they're hiding themselves behind makeup as a deceptive practice, and they're disappearing, and you don't know how to get that conversation started. Absolutely, feel free to reach out and schedule a one-on-one session with myself. I'm more than happy to do that. You could be someone that would be great to come to the couples mindfulness yoga class that we have. It's going to be every single Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. right here in Richmond, VA. Even if you're in a 4-hour driving distance, yes, it is worth that. So you can join me every single Tuesday night at 6:30 for couples mindfulness yoga. That is a practice where we use nonverbal communication. So maybe that's how we get that conversation started. Because there are a lot of partners out here that want to have conversations such as this, believe it or not, but they're not sure how to do it without hurting someone's feelings. There is a way to do it without hurting their feelings. And it is a meaningful conversation because it could be deeper than just the makeup. Trust me. So definitely feel free to reach out to me. Thank you guys for joining me for another amazing sex, love, and marriage topic. Remember, I'm here every single Tuesday night at 9:30, 9 o'clock p.m. I was like 9:30 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about all things sex, love, and marriage. Next week is going to be a very heavy topic. And I definitely encourage you guys to join. And if this is going to be someone that could be touched by this or add to this context, definitely have them come. Whatever platform you're watching on, you can set the notification so that you know when this come on. So next week's topic is we're not phased because we were groomed. And I'm speaking of adults from the 70s, 80s, and 90s era who are not really phased by the predatory practices that happen because through those years they were groomed to just accept them. So that's going to be a really, really, really good topic, and it really stemmed from the whole R. Kelly trickle down thing that's been happening, the Weinstein, all of these cases that are coming up. So yes, that is definitely a trigger warning because that topic could get a little intense for some people. So if you're not ready for that, definitely don't join in. But if you are, I would love to hear from you. That is going to be next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be talking about we're not phased because we were groomed. And I'd love to have you guys join me for that. Other than that, that is all I have for you all. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're catching a replay, hashtag replay, share your thoughts. Don't forget to go over to Eventbrite, search Coach K101, and see all of the events that I have coming up for you. And be on the lookout for the Lioness Den. Ladies, be on the lookout for the Lioness Den. It is coming. All right, y'all. Have a good night. This has been a night with me, your favorite life coach and certified clinical sexologist, Coach K. Night, everybody.